Alrighty. Rainbow 7 versus Ascension. First banned by Rainbow 7, formerly Lions Gaming. They've won Latin America North, I think, 7 times in a row or something crazy. Is Rise. Ascension responds with GP. We saw just how good GP can be on this patch last game. And Rainbow will respond with Camille. So far, pretty heavy top lane focus. Ascension bans Karma. Rainbow finishes off with a Kaisa ban. So they don't want to first pick it, but they also don't want to let it go through. And Ascension bans Kate. Let's speed this up a bit. First pick Valors. Interesting. I believe this will be the changed Vars, so. And first pick Ricard, I would expect a Zaya pick. Yep. See, I've always thought that she could get another power pick there instead of taking Zaya. Like, you could take the Trundle, you could take the Skarner, something like that. But they go with the Lovers Duo for the first set. Trundle likely in the jungle again. And Ornn could be support, could be top lane. Letting Swain through is interesting. Swain is still pretty strong and is a good flex pick to both mid and top. Ascension bans Cassio, which makes me think that Swain is probably a mid lane. And Rainbow bans Jax. Ascension bans Morg. Morg is also pretty decent pick in mid lane currently. Ascension bans Kha'Zix. Ascension... Or no, Rainbow banned Kha'Zix and Ascension picks Olaf. I don't think I would have minded a Sedge here. They already have a pretty good amount of damage. And Rainbow... grabs the Braum. And a Zir to finish it off for mid lane. So that will be a Trundle in the jungle again. It'll be interesting to see if it goes with a heavy supportive build. And finish it off with Gnar top lane. Gnar's pretty decent into Ornn. Swain Phase Rush. Olaf Predator. Trundle PTA. Interesting. Gnar Healing, White Lotus, and Void. both healing as well. And the reason that Olaf gets so low doing these camps is on purpose, because Olaf gains a ton of attack speed when he's lower health. So he clears incredibly quickly. Like, he's already cleared both his buff camps and the entirety of his jungle and is on Scuttle. It's possible he might gank here. Nope, just gonna drop a ward and head back into his jungle. Trundle's just gonna keep jungling. Gnar should have an early push advantage due to the range advantage. But Ornn will be able to get armor and should be fine. Especially with Grasp. Trundle's good gank. Force Flash and First Blood. Very nicely done. Let's see. Had no wards in River. Had no idea it was coming. And Braum and Xayah both flash. But Braum gets CC down in combo with Trundle, and that'll give them First Blood and Infernal. And Braum will get out safely. Olaf, while this is going on, is doing what he can. He's taking the blue side jungle. And he'll take top Scuttle. There is a pretty decent CS discrepancy developing here between Olaf and Trundle. And that could be somewhat important. And they were down to 200 gold difference. And then I guess they just cleared their waves and got back up. That was weird. Maybe they didn't update the gold value total after that kill. There's also a small discrepancy developing in mid lane, with Azir having a slight lead in terms of CS. Okay, now the CS is back in 200. Trundle got the steal with the red. It's pretty good. It'll slow down Olaf's clear a bit. Gnar is starting to get a bit of an advantage. But that's to be expected. Ornn already used his buy passive to get Glacial Shroud. Which should help him a bit in the matchup. Azir is actually getting about a full wave in terms of lead right now. That's not bad. It's not exactly something you expect against a Swain, but especially one that hasn't really been roaming. Bone Pudding is helping swing quite a bit though with those trades. It's likely Swain, Varys, Azir, and Zaya all probably have Gathering Storm. Trundle might as well. And Olaf might. Could be interesting to keep track on. Right now, Azir is starting to open up a little bit more of a lead. And they're going to have a 2-dragon advantage. Oh, the collapse. If they can get out, it's not horrible because early Ocean Drake is really good. And they have a dragon stack started. But the gold weed is now basically caught up with. So the important thing here is Rakan is the one who got the kill. That's not exactly what you want to happen. And the support was the one who died. So it didn't cause a significant influence in terms of losing farm. Oh gosh. Both Varys and Azir are starting to open up farm lanes though. It looks like the Rainbow's gonna bring their bot lane top and try to get first brick more than likely with a fast push. Yep. Zaya alone is here to in bot lane, but Zaya gets first turret. That was really well done. Okay. So let's see. Zaya's on her own here, but both Ornn and Braum and Trundle are all pulled off of turret. If Braum and Ornn don't leave, they might get first turret. That's really close. Ascension should not have been able to get first turret off that. That was a mistake by Rainbow. It was a really good bait by the Rakan, because they thought they could catch him. Oh, there's a good pick off. This could get bad for Ascension. Wow, this is bloody. 4 for 3? 3 for 3. This could still end up a 4 for 3. No. 3 for 3, but turret means advantage to Rainbow. That was a really nice Rakan knock up and ulti. And then they just went a bit too deep. Oh, that's a nice pick. That Azir pick was gorgeous. Okay. So Nar's doing his farming. Azir comes out of the bush, knocks him back. Ornn knock up. And Ornn gets the kill. Nice. Again, though, Azir and Varus are starting to get a significant farm lead. And this will be third Dragon, second Ocean. It's going to be very hard to deal with them in siege situations. Azir and Varus have such long range damage. And they have 2 Ocean Drakes to keep them healthy. This could get really hard for Ascension to deal with. Swain has good AoE clear, but he doesn't have great long range AoE clear. His long range spell is the Eye, and it's not that much damage. Most of his damage comes from his lightning, but the lightning is a much shorter range. Oh, that was nice. Okay, so Varus forces out the Xayah ult, but because he hits, I think he hits before it goes off. Let's see here. Right here. Yep, he hits before it goes off, which means the root is still there, which means you can't flash out. So the Trundle Pillar prevents the back away as well. And Xayah's just completely caught. Very nicely done, but that was a mistake by Xayah. Yeah, Ornn isn't gonna 1v1 Gnar, but he's not gonna die to him, which is the important part. At this point, he has enough resistances that he won't die to Gnar. The CS gaps have remained relatively stagnant, but the big thing here is Varus is over a K up, purely due to kills and assists. However, his gold bonus hasn't been reset yet. So if they take him down, it is a decent chunk of gold to Ascension. But White Lotus is also known for being fairly hard to kill. Kind of famous for it. Right now, this game is actually pretty evenly balanced. I think in terms of late game, I do like Rainbow's comp better, just because I really like what Trundle brings to the table. This is a more supportive build, Trundle, though, which means he isn't going to be a one-man army split push to Nexus and win. This is going to be a lot more on Varus and Azir. Rainbow does have a 3 Drake advantage right now. And there will be another Ocean Drake coming up in 10 seconds. It's going to be interesting to see if they go hard for that, or if they continue posturing around Baron. I think they need to make a pick before they can go for Drake. And if they get jungle, then they would go for Baron over Drake. Or Azir could just solo Drake. I think he slid in across the wall. Yeah. Let me take a look here. Okay, so Azir sees the sight pool. He goes over the wall, shuffling, and then he just solo strike. Nice. So they were able to get an objective without needing a pick. And all that can be done to react is push the waves, which Ascension was already doing. And Azir will deal with that top wave. Since it's not that far away from the main team, he can just clear it out and they can return to posturing at Baron. They have 3 Ocean Drakes though now. Their regen is kind of absurd. What's important here is neither of the junglers can get picked. If the junglers get picked, that's a free Baron. Okay, both junglers went down here. And so far it's a 2 for 2. Oh, that was a really nice Azir wall. This should be a clean wipe. And they should be able to 3-man Baron before they can get back. Let's see here. Okay, so Gnar is trying to hop here. He hops on Trundle. He's going for Azir. And Azir just blasts him back with the wall. Let's see. Does he hit anybody else with that? I think it's just Gnar. No, he gets Rakan too. Because Rakan dives in on top of Gnar. They're trying to knock up Azir and stop him from doing anything. And Azir is able to just blow Gnar up and then follow that into blowing Xayah up. Or not Xayah, Varus. Look way too similar. No, it is Xayah. I'm dumb. I was thinking that was blue team for some reason. And Rainbow now has a pretty substantial lead. This was a very long, drawn-out team fight. The Braum ult stopped them from getting a clean engage on them. And then they got greedy. They tried to do too much and they took a ton of damage, and Ornn and Azir just blasted Xayah into nothing. They have so much damage in terms of sieging. It's very hard to deal with. An Azir and a Varus. And Trundle gets tanky on demand because he just steals all the stats from Ascension's tanks. This does mean, though, that when Trundle's ult is down, unless Ornn's with Rainbow, they don't have a true tank. They have Braum, but Braum isn't that tanky without his shield up. They're gonna try their best to take this inhib probably on next push. It's interesting that they've completely abandoned the other side lanes. And right now they're just screening the minion. And the minion finishes taking the turret for them. And now they'll just leave. And they should set up probably a 1-4-0. Maybe? I don't know for sure. I think I'd kind of want to try to push to get the actual inhib. But Baron buff is almost up anyway. It's going to be difficult for them to just push and take that inhib, because Ornn isn't exactly an amazing split pusher. Like, he can clear waves, but it's fairly slow. And as long as they have wave clear there, they can't really take that inhib. But I'll take a Mountain Drake. 5th Drake of the game. Next should be Elder. Yep, next is Elder. Trundle got picked though. But it's not as bad as it could be. There are no significant objectives on the table. They are going to lose Ornn here. Losing White Lotus is not good. Azir. No, Azir can't get anything back here. So that was a very good fight for Ascension. Got a 3 for nothing. And they didn't lose anything significant. The problem, though, is there's no objective to take. All they can do is clear waves. And clearing waves is not going to separate this gold gap enough. I think they got a root there via Zaya. Let me see. Yeah, looks like it. Gold gap also isn't that big anymore. And it will matter less and less as more and more people get to 6 items. At this point, the biggest gap is the 3 Ocean Drakes, 1 Infernal, and 1 Mountain. However, Gnar TP'd out. Interesting. But he won't have that TP for Baron then. But what this does mean with that Rainbow Dragon stack is Ascension can take Elder extremely quickly. So even though they don't have Dragon stacks, they can take it much quicker due to Elder being harder to take with more stacks. It's possible they could just trade it for Baron to prevent the overwhelming power. That would be a 5-stack Elder. Rainbow baited, but Rainbow's getting baited right now. That was really well done by Ascension. Okay, so Rainbow engages. They know they're seen. Right here, they need to get out, but Ascension doesn't let Baron reset. Because Ascension doesn't let Baron reset, Rainbow can't get out. They have to try to contest. And that leads to an overwhelming victory for Ascension. 2 kills, no deaths, and Baron. And they have now catapulted themselves into the gold lead. A gold lead that should increase because they should take, at the very least, the remaining outer turrets, which should be 3 turrets. This was way too risky of a call by Rainbow. They were starting to feel the game slip away, and then they gave Ascension the perfect opportunity to take it. I almost would have just danced it, not put it down into the range where something like that could happen until Elder was up. And then I would have ceded control over Baron for that 5-stack Elder. Because there's no way they can let you have a 5-stack Elder. It's especially with Azir. Azir does too much backline damage. And now you're probably going to get denied Elder. Because Baron also has stat buffs. So Ascension is more than the 1k ahead that they seem. Oh, that was a really nice Gnar flank. There goes GA. Down goes White Lotus. Down goes Swain. Right now it's a 1-for-1, but they popped to GA, which is really good for them. Oh, Azir's down. This could be game. Straight up. No, maybe not quite. They should get an inhib off it for sure, though. But they still have Varus up for wave clear. It's a long death timer, though, for Azir. Still have 20 more seconds. Okay, Varus is down. This should be... It's the Braum heroics. Taking down the Gnar. That saved the game. And Orange coming through the jungle. They should get Swain here. And they should be able to go get that 5-stack Elder. It won't be on Varus, but it'll be on Azir. And that's enough. And they forced Olaf to pop his ult and run away. Oh, this is going to be nasty. Oh, they're going to wait for Varus. Really nice. So they got on everybody. I really wish there was a dragon timer on the screen. I'm not positive whether or not it'll be up for Baron. This right here should have been a game-ending team fight. But Braum comes out of nowhere, hops to Trundle, does the R, and takes down the Gnar. This is really well done. This is a pretty even game. There are definitely a lot of mistakes being made, but it's a pretty even game. Five-stack Elder, Baron in 10. If they go now, they would have Elder still. Oh, they got Zaya's GA. Oh my god, that Elder does so much damage. This should be game. Yeah. Very nicely done. That dragon stack saved them. If not for that dragon stack, I really think Ascension wins. That's game 2.